Hey guys, we're the Gregorys. That's my life. We are in year 3, almost year 4, of trying to have a family of our own and being on this infertility journey. So we decided that we're going to start documenting this so we can keep our friends and family updated with what's going on. We have a surgery coming up April 26th. We have a surgery coming up June 26th. And we just want to document this journey. So it starts when we got married, November 2015, and then we moved to Indiana.
Okay, and then once we got to Indiana, we wanted to have kids, and so we thought everything was great and good until one night you had a cyst rupture that was like horrific, and it was just like nothing we had ever ran into, but you just had this horrible pain,
and we didn't know that it was a cyst at that time. We thought like my appendix was rupturing or something.
Yeah, I thought she was going to die. And so naturally we went to go find a doctor, and at the time we were dirt poor and didn't really have any doctor connections in Indiana, so we went to the seminary doctor at school, and the seminary doctor was great, but she took us that far and then referred us to another specialist. And when we went to the specialist, she wasn't the nicest doctor ever. She was very straightforward and not very hopeful at all, but she did some tests and had a feeling that I was going to be endometriosis, and then scheduled surgery, and then Tristan had surgery and
said, I found no endometriosis, but your tubes are super
blocked.
damaged.
Yeah,
and she said that she would refer me to a fertility specialist, but that they would take my tubes out and our only option would be IVF. And so she was very unkind.
Yeah, she pretty much just slammed the door on.
Yeah, and as a 21-year-old who we had been married less than half a year, that was just super difficult. So
yeah, it was frustrating and very hopeless. But we thought, I mean, maybe this is just one doctor, and the good thing was we got the call to move back to Seminole, and so once we got back to Seminole, then a lot more hope came into the situation.
Yeah, so we didn't pursue any further treatment from the specialist when we were in Indiana, but we continued to have ovarian cyst rupture, and so I just had medicine to take for that would help those, and we moved back to Seminole, and this all continued, and man, I was just feeling sick a lot. I was pretty much tied to my heating pad, and so we got on the list to see a fertility specialist in Lubbock who's great, and we had to wait 6 months. So we waited during that time. We continued to try to start a family on our own, but with how sick I was, it was really difficult. And so when we saw her, she said the same thing as the first doctor, that she wanted to do surgery to see if there's endometriosis. And so we planned that surgery. That was in April of 2018. Yeah. And she said that I had stage 4 endometriosis, and that my fallopian tubes were completely scarred shut, and that she had removed the endometriosis. She had opened my tubes to the best of her ability and removed all the scar tissue. She said really my insides looked like spider web. There was so much scar tissue that it was just all over, and my fallopian tube was attached to my bowel, and it was just a hot mess in there. And so she was able to remove a lot of that, and endometriosis causes so much scar tissue because your endometrium is the lining of your uterus, and so with every cycle your uterus sheds itself. Well, endometriosis is tissue that's just like that lining, but it grows outside of your uterus, on your ovaries, on your bowels, on your fallopian tubes, all over. And so with each cycle, it sheds, and you have internal bleeding, and you get cysts. And so it's just a super painful disease, and in my case, very aggressive. Not everybody's is like that, but mine was very aggressive. That a year ago they hadn't found any. It was probably there microscopically, and a year later it was at stage 4. So she did surgery for that, and then we spent the next 9 months, I guess, maybe half a year, trying with her through fertility treatments. So we did a few rounds of letrozole and Clomid, and we did 3.
IUIs?
Yeah, I think we did 3 IUIs. And our last one was in September. And so in September of last year, we decided we needed a break. Financially, it's really hard to do these cycles every time you do it. It's about $2,500, plus medicine on top of that. And emotionally, it's hard. You're taking shots all the time, and my hormones are crazy. And it's just really hard for your family. And so we decided to take a break, and we did. And then in December, we actually got pregnant on our own. And that was just a miracle. We were told so many times that that would never happen. And unfortunately, we lost that pregnancy not long after we found out that we were pregnant, which sent us back to our fertility specialist to get things checked out, make sure everything was gone and we were good to go.
And then you had then we did the test.
HSG, yeah. So then we did a test because she wanted to do surgery again. You're supposed to have it every year, but we had,
grows back.
Yeah, because endometriosis grows back. But before you can do the test, you have to do this, or before you can do the surgery, you have to do a test that your insurance approves to basically show that your tubes are blocked. So we did that test, and it actually showed my right tube was shriveled up. Like, it looked,
gone.
just shriveled up, like in a knot. And we could see that on the screen. And then the left one was closed also, but wasn't shriveled. So the plan from there was that she wanted to take both tubes, and we did not want to do that. I did not want to do that, and so we're having surgery April 26th to remove, June 26th.
Holy crap.
To remove my right fallopian tube, to hopefully open the left one. She'll also remove any endometriosis that's there, clear away the scar tissue, and we'll go from there. So I'm not sure if we'll do more fertility treatments.
Well, we have to see how. I mean, she's going to work on saving the other one, and which still, she talks about a lot. That still gives, that still allows the ability to still conceive for us, and so.
And
so
in
it's
a
not
lot of
goes
cases,
away.
it can help removing one tube, because the tube that's so badly damaged holds on to liquid inside of it, this fluid that's really bad for the rest of your body and your reproductive system. So we're not sure what we'll do.
We know this is the best course of action for you. Physically, but also fertility-wise. Because if if one tube doesn't work properly, then it needs to be removed, and so the other one can thrive, and hopefully she can save it and it can thrive, and then really we have a chance for the future fertility-wise too, even more so. But it's still obviously not best case scenario, and still frustrating, and still but ultimately God is good, and
so we'll just see. We're just gonna go one step at a time, and we just wanted to make these videos and kind of catch you up and bring you along in this journey, because we appreciate your support, and also just a few things to say, because I know that people are gonna ask us. We know and trust fully that God is in control. We don't believe that seeing this doctor is going outside of his will. We're not trying to go around God in any way, but we really just have peace that God has brought us to this doctor. She knows the Lord and she trusts the Lord, and so she's been very patient as we've prayed through decisions, and so yeah, just that. And then also something we hear a lot is, why don't you just adopt? And we just want to share, we do plan to adopt. In the future, we will grow our family through adoption, but adoption has its own challenges, and it's not something that is within our reach right now in this moment. And guys, unless you conceive naturally on your own, any step moving forward to grow your family is hard. So fertility treatments are hard, and they're expensive, and they're exhausting, and foster to adopt is hard, and it's exhausting, and it's time consuming, and adoption is hard, and it's financially exhausting and emotionally hard. And so unless you can get pregnant on your own, like so many people think that you can, we had no idea that this would be our story. Every option is a hard option. So we just wanted to just help you be mindful of that as you comment and share, and man, as you talk to other people, just be mindful of that, because unless you know somebody facing infertility, it's really easy to say hurtful things unintentionally. And my encouragement to you would just be, don't ask people about having kids. Either they have children or they don't. And if they don't, it's because they don't want them or they can't have them yet. So anyways, I just wanted to leave that and hopefully spare heartache for other people that we've had to face. And yeah, we'll keep you updated on our surgery and bring you along. The last thing is that our t-shirt fundraiser that's going to help pay for this surgery closes tomorrow, which is June 10th. Yes. Mm-hmm. So June 10th it closes. So if you want to get a t-shirt, get a t-shirt.
We appreciate it.
Yes, we do appreciate it, and really, we really just appreciate your prayer and support of our family.